The drive out took a few hours. As I pulled off the main highway and onto the branching road, I was struck with the sense that I was going to be very alone out here. I'm an avid hiker, but since many of the hiking trails I normally frequent had become almost crowded as of late, for this trip, I'd settle on a trail I had vaguely heard of but I knew next to nothing about. It had led up towards some serious wild territory, with nothing around for hundreds of miles. The land was technically part of one of the nearby national parks, but was only barely mentioned on the park's website. I suspected this was because it was much further out than the regularly visited trails, only accessible from a branching road that pretty much led to nowhere. My plan was to head into the wilderness and camp out overnight under the stars. I live in a desert state. No, I won't tell you which one. And I figured there'd be some stunning views of the constellations in the cloudless sky at night, especially since it was forecast to be a moonless night. I had already walked the popular day trails in the area, so I was looking for something a bit farther afield. The plan was to camp out under the stars and head back in the morning. The deserted road suggested I was right in thinking that nobody came out this far. Should be a good chance to relax and get away from it all. Eventually, I reached my destination and pulled off the asphalt of the road and into the gravel of the parking area, tires crunching as I slowed to a stop off to one side. Parking lot would have been too generous of a title. It was really just an unsealed area next to the highway with a signpost announcing the entrance to National Park territory. The area was almost empty, only a single other car parked up. I got out and stretched, looking around and spotting the low sign that marked the trailhead. As I did, I took a second glance at the other parked car. It looked like it had been there for an age. All four tires were flat, although they didn't look to be punctured. Every surface was dusty. I looked back at my car, which was slightly coated from the drive-in, but this was well and truly caked on. There were no broken windows, and it didn't look like it had been stolen and dumped. It didn't look damaged at all. Must have been there a while, I thought to myself, wondering why no one from the park service had had it towed by now. I made a mental note to call them when I got home. I opened the door to my back seat and got out my pack, hat, and rifle. I'd thought hard about whether to bring the rifle. It was extra weight after all, and odds were I wouldn't need it. But last time I'd been out hiking.